Welcome to Half Past Broke, where Eric failed a constitution check and got sent into a black hole, so I summoned a zombie with my powers of necromancy. I'm Diff, and here with me today is a special guest. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Oh, that was so good. Hi, I'm Zombie. What's up? That was beautiful. I loved that with my whole heart.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, what's up? I'm Zombie. I'm a musician. I am friends with Diff. We go back a little bit, which is fun. And yeah, it's an absolute honor and privilege to be here and in lieu of Eric. And to be it is my genuine pleasure. So thank you so much for having me on the show today.
Yeah, I think we were saying, me and Eric were talking about it last week. We were just like, yeah, like who do we talk about? And it was like, you were the first person I think we ever shouted out on the show when we brought back the show. Yeah. So we were just like, who else could we think of that has like a good audio like comprehension? So we were just like, let's go with Zombie. Zombie's good.
Dude,
Zombie's good.
I really appreciate it. It's fun. This is great. This is great. I wouldn't rather spend my afternoon any other way.
All right, so let's start off with the question of all questions. What are you drinking today?
What am I? I'm drinking ice cold water in a water bottle.
What kind of water bottle is that?
It's a Hydro Flask.
Oh, it is that an
it's
actual
not
Hydro
mine.
Flask?
It's my little brother's.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I'm actually on a break from alcohol, so that's kind of nice. I am 22. I know I don't look it, but but yeah, I'm on a little break from alcohol right now. So I'm enjoying some water and just trying to feel good again. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw you post up in the Discord about that. Like, you said you were going to do like a working out, like dry month kind of challenge. Why haven't you posted since then?
I don't know. I'm not a good content creator. I don't really remember to post things ever. So like that's what it's what it is.
Yo, freaking Twitter and Instagram. I've like all but abandoned Instagram, but in Twitter, like I'm so infrequent with it. I really need to like get on top of like posting more. Like right now, the only consistent thing I do is streaming.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely a battle, and it's one that I'm losing right now. If I'm totally honest.
Yeah, well, and like, because you got a full-time job now too, so like,
yeah, I do.
We're just it's so hard to like balance the job and the content creating and everything. I'm starting to get to the point where I got to balance. So I feel like I could start like kind of shoehorning in more time to content create. Like this morning, I streamed twice today. That's awesome. I did 2-3 hour streams and I had sorry. I just need my beverage. Oh god.
Don't die. Or do, it's whatever. It's up to you.
Anything for views. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, so like I did Skyrim this morning and then I did Pokemon and like I kind of had fun. I had way more views on my Skyrim than I did Pokemon, which is weird. It's usually the other way around.
Yeah. That's nice. That's good.
Yeah, people are having a lot of fun with that. What have you been up to? I haven't seen you stream in a while.
I haven't streamed in like over a month.
Oh no.
It's really bad. I've done like one or two. Like last month I got my stream report from whatever.
Oh, Restream.
And Restream or like Trovo, someone sent me something or someone did. And I streamed twice that month.
Oh no!
They were like, you were above 49% of all streamers. And you streamed for this many hours, and it was like 2 hours. I was like, oh no!
You're in the 50th percentile at least. You're average. You've literally hit average.
I literally hit average by doing 2 streams. Like, it was but really I've been like just vibing, working on myself, working on who I am, and working on like, and I've been just busy. Like I had I was a coach for a while, so for my coaching job I had to be gone for like 2 weekends.
Yeah.
And, I had some personal life stuff happen where I was gone for another weekend, and it was just exhausting. So so it's what it was, you know.
Well, it was funny because hang on, I feel a sneeze coming.
Okay.
Oh Jesus. I totally lost my train of thought, and it's still sitting in my nose. Ah! So, and I was thinking about this the other day, like, you know, like, we always constantly go through these peaks and valleys with, like, content creating, and, like, I hate to compare like, what we do to, like, Simone Biles.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Like, the world's greatest Olympic gymnast and everything, but she left the Olympics for mental health purposes and stuff like that. So, like, I mean, like, it's not far-fetched to, like, you know, get right with yourself before you be the best, you know? You gotta...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No. And I think that's been something that's really, I don't know. I think it was really inspirational for Simone to do that. I mean, that's a change to the culture of athletics, to the culture of just society in general. Like, the fact that she was comfortable enough to step out and do that and be like, you know what, my mind's not right.
Yeah.
And I think there's something really, really brave and strong about that. Like, I truly, like, I look up to her in that way. Like, for her to say, you know what, I'm just not doing it for the right reasons anymore. And it's not going well. It's not going well.
Yeah, it's really cool, especially because, like, is she? I think she's like our age. How old is Simone Biles?
She's not old. She's not old.
She is 24. She's younger than I am. Holy shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, those just, it's just crazy. So,
yeah,
it's good. I'm glad that she felt the freedom that she could do that. Like,
it's really brave too, because, like, look at all, like, the negativity towards it too, because, like, there's as much positivity has come from it, so much negativity is, like, kind of spurned from this moment, which is unfortunate. But, you know, no matter what you do, you're always gonna get hate. I've been dissed a few times, like, on social media on a very smaller scale than that, but it's happened. It's not like, it's not an isolated thing. You can't put yourself out there and expect to be sunshine and roses all the time.
Yeah, no, it's really true. And it's unfortunate. As someone, you know, you understand that you are an athlete too. In our current climate, or at least in most normal people's understanding, athletics is an entertainment thing.
Oh yeah, like, hands down.
And so, but for someone who's an athlete, it's not entertainment to them. They're not there to entertain you. They're not there to, like, show up to a crowd and, like, to some extent, is that a fun aspect of it? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be nice to be recognized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I would say for most athletes, they're there because they love the game.
Yeah, they're there to, like, prove it to themselves, like, really.
Yeah. For most, you know, for some, you get to a certain level, you know, and your motivations can change and drift and waver, just like our motivations to content create. Like, you know, right? But there's definitely a level of, like, I just feel like that the bad part about, like, what Simone Biles did, like, the bad things that are being said are because people are like, oh, you're here to entertain us. You don't get to, like,
well, and you don't,
you know, and that's just not.
I thought about this, like, is someone I can't remember who said it, but somebody pointed it out, and I feel like it was Hank Green, because it's Hank Green. Hank Green is really good at pointing good shit out. He goes, humans have been around for thousands of years. We've only recently discovered and had enough time to focus on this thing called mental health. Like, even like 30 years ago, people didn't, like, really, like, do much with mental health. Like, 100 years ago, there was like hysteria and stuff like that. Like, that they just called, like, people crazy because they had mental health problems. Like, it's such a new thing, and it's so refreshing to see it kind of, like, be explored a little bit. People are getting the help they need. There's like a lot more research towards it, but for thousands of years we weren't even aware mental health was a thing.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
It's a very new concept. Like, yeah,
it's fucking wild.
Yeah,
like science, man.
Science.
Science. But like like you said, like for so long it was this like you're crazy, or you're like it's not valid because it's not reality. But like for people who go through mental health stuff, like, and or at least I can speak for myself because I've been through mental health stuff, like it is very, very real, and it is very, very valid to feel the way you're feeling and to go through what you're going through. And like, that's what I feel like is important to notice, and something that's changed within like the last 30 years, 40 years, is like this idea that those feelings, that anxiety, that depression, whatever it is valid.
Yeah.
And it's real.
And I think,
and
like,
you're not crazy for that.
I think, like, to an extent, too, I think everybody kind of has this, like, I don't like the word neurotypical, because I don't think any one brain is the same as another one. Like, everybody has, like, this, like, different divergence. Everyone has their own nature. Like, everyone has their own nurture. Like, you know, everyone arrives at different things at different times and stuff like that. And, you know, and what I like now is, like, we're discovering that nobody is the same. Like, everyone goes through their own stuff in their own head. And it's nice that now it's making it okay for, like, people who like need it in a very minor level are able to still get it. Like, you know, like, even if you're just like for me, like, I don't think I have like anything like diagnosable, but man, there's some days where I just don't feel like getting out of bed. You know, I just want to like just surrender everything. But it's nice to know that like I'm not the only one going through it. I don't have to keep it down. And it's nice because like now, like, people that like have been trying to keep it down, like trying to keep it like in their head to try to stay like in that like that norm and everything, are finally able to be like, yeah, no, this isn't right. I don't feel good right now.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I really, no, like just the allowing the whole mental health thing to be normal, and to be like, to give people that freedom, even if you're like you said, neurotypical, or like even if you're like not someone who's, you know, experiencing maybe a diagnosable like depression, but you can still feel sad and like and you can still get down, and you can still be unmotivated, or you can be super happy, or you can be like, you know, have elevated states. But allowing people to start to understand that ebb and flow to the emotions, and saying, you know what, it's valid that you're in that state.
Exactly. You know, validated. That's what it is. Yeah.
But it's not, you know, it doesn't have to be debilitating.
Yeah.
Like, you're not controlled by it, which I think is something that that is often missed a lot of the time in conversations about mental health, is that like, yes, there are when you're going through like depression or anxiety, or like the big ones, like there's a reason you feel like you can't do anything. But like emotions are just that, like there's a way for you to, the amazing thing is that there are techniques that you can use,
and I think
to modify the response to emotions.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. I think it's fucking cool.
You know, and I think the coolest thing, I think the thing is too, like, I think where a lot of like long term, like, and I'm not saying like people aren't born with these problems and born with these like, not problems, but born with these like hurdles, like these challenges that they need to overcome. But there are like people that can develop like long-term mental health problems because they don't take care of their mental health. And the fact that we are saying like, hey, your feelings are valid, like your depression is valid, like allow yourself to feel depressed, allow yourself to go through that, because then it doesn't build up, it doesn't turn into like a complex in your head, it doesn't like change like your brain to think a certain way anymore. And like for me, because like I know I'm not like anywhere near diagnosable, like I'll never be able, like I'll never need to go on meds for stuff like that, which like, you know, like I probably would be considered neurotypical, but there was a time where I would go through like peaks where I felt really good about myself, and I hit these valleys where I just wanted to like kind of lay on the couch all day and do nothing. And what I found is when I hit those peaks, instead of trying to take on the world and like trying to do everything all at once, the big thing I did was pick up small habits, like while I was hitting my peaks. So when I hit my lows, I still had those habits that kind of kept bringing me up. So even now I don't really feel those like low lows. Like I'll get like I allow myself to like hit those lows a little bit. Like if I know I'm feeling a little down, I'll let myself feel down a little bit, but they're nowhere near as like pit low as they used to be, which is nice.
Exactly. You allowed yourself to like you adapted your responses to that emotion, to that feeling of woo, I'm way up, or woo, I'm way down. Like
caffeine helps.
And that's what it, no, and it does. And there are little practical things you can do, but I think that's really cool. And I think that a lot of even neurotypical people like can learn from that and should learn from that, because I think that's something that's really valuable, and that's really cool that you had that experience. And like able to kind of discern that.
Yeah, and I think like at this point it's like all like it's like of any other health thing. Like if you eat poorly for a long term, like diabetes could happen. Like if you choose to not clean that wound, an infection could happen. You know, like it's something that like if you bring attention to it at the time and you keep yourself in like a healthy mindset, you keep yourself in a healthy like body and everything, like it feels good. And like I've been going to the gym a lot for like the last like 2 months, and I love it. I feel so good. I may not be like fucking jacked, but it's getting there.
No, and that's the thing, is it is small habits that are, and just chipping away at things. I mean, like I'm excited for going back a little bit, in addition to my not drinking alcohol, I'm also working out and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. I've been going to the gym. And I'm also actually doing, like, I'm thinking of getting back into swimming, like competitively.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, so that's also a little reason that the social media might die a little bit, because at least this week, and this is my first week, so of course it's going to be a little more motivated than other weeks, but this week I'm lifting 4 times and swimming 3 times. So I mean, like,
so you're not trying to be on like the swole program.
No, I'm doing more. I don't like this word, but I'm gonna use it. It's more functional, like strength lifting. Like I'm still like lifting heavy and like, but I'm doing like sets of 12 where I'm like, trying to be a little more explosive and kind of, I don't know, just more general strength.
So what I've been doing, because like I've been on Swole's program for like 2 months now, and he's just been like kind of telling me like add RPE, add more reps, add stuff like that. So that's all I've been doing is adding reps. Or adding sets and adding weight to those sets, so like I can kind of keep like building up and everything like that. Because at this point, I'm 30 years old. I am not looking to be a competitive swimmer or a competitive athlete. I just want to look good and feel good about it.
That's so fair.
So that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not looking to like win a triathlon or nothing like that. I might do a Tough Mudder next year though. I was actually thinking about doing a Tough Mudder. Tough Mudder is the one where you like basically drag your fucking ass through the mud, right?
Yeah. No, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I want to do that so bad. I like it.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
I think that would be like insane. We were me and Eric were talking about it a couple of weeks ago on the podcast. This 80, I think she was 89 years old. Did a Tough Mudder.
Wow.
With yeah, and like she completed it. The only thing she needed help with was climbing the wall. She did it all on her own. That's so nuts. At 89 years old, that was my inspiration.
Damn. Wow. Crazy. Yeah.
So anyway, did you know we were talking about Dragon Tales earlier, and I still have the Wikipedia up. The kids in that show are 6 and 4 years old. Do you even remember being 6 years old? It's
wait. The kids in there are 6 and 4?
Yeah, the girl's 6 and the boy's 4. Like what?
The fuck?
Yeah, like that's so young. I don't remember anything about.
We're gonna go somewhere without our parents to the
fucking Dragonland. Oh my god!
Play around with some mega beasts that breathe fire.
Seriously,
that sounds cool.
Like, damn.
I didn't even remember the conflict of those shows.
I think it was mostly like
what the.
I think it was like teaching kids like life lessons about like not being selfish. It was like the same typical like kids show, but with dragons, which I kind of took to. But when
I was a Dragon Tales aficionado. Like,
that was past my. Never mind, that was past my time. I do remember watching it though because I had younger siblings. But this was '99. I was like 8 years old by that point. So
okay. Yeah. I watched little kids shows until I was way too old to watch the little kids shows.
I watched SpongeBob for fucking ever.
But not like the good ones like SpongeBob. Like fucking what did we watch? We watched like Wonder Pets and like
oh my god, the phone is ringing. Oh my god. What was it? A guinea pig, a duck, and a turtle, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Wonder Pets, Little Einsteins.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Little Einsteins.
My later years of childhood, like watching that when I was too old to watch it.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I had a little brother though, so it's whatever.
Do you remember VeggieTales?
Absolutely, I was raised on VeggieTales. Are you kidding me? I was a pastor's kid.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So like, I am a pastor's kid, I guess. But like, jeez.
I like vaguely recall VeggieTales. The one episode I do remember was when they're on a ship and they're dressed like pirates. Is that an episode? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that is an episode.
Okay,
that's the they're we are the pirates who don't do anything.
Oh my god.
We just stay home and lie around. And if you ask us to do anything, we'll just tell you we don't do anything. And then they like rap over it, and it's fucking.
Do they really? Oh my god!
Well, I've never kissed, never been thrown my mashed potatoes up against the wall, and I've never, and I don't look good in leggings.
I don't think
I've never been to Boston in the fall.
I guess I don't. I guess I can't doubt that you've ever watched that show.
Oh no, I fucking lived on that show. I lived on all of the episodes of that. Did you 3-2-1 Penguins is another one.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, so apparently I thought as a kid that everyone watched VeggieTales. But apparently this show went straight to like VCR and like was like never aired anywhere, and like it was really apparently way more niche than I thought it was, and it was really popular among Christian households.
I went to Sunday school a couple times because I think my parents just didn't want me in the house. So like that's the only time I remember watching VeggieTales is when I was stuck at Sunday school for however long that was, 6 hours, something like that.
No, it was definitely a thing in like the early 2000s. Church was like showing kids VeggieTales.
Oh my god. Freaking VeggieTales. What shows did I grow up with? Nick Jr. I watched a lot of Nick Jr. with like Blue's Clues, because Blue's Clues was like my jam. With Steve though, I didn't have Joe. I was like, I grew up past. I was too old for Joe. I just vaguely recall him jumping in. Apparently, it's a new guy now, isn't it? Like, is it a new guy? I don't think Joe's in there anymore.
It's another guy. And then they had a reunion show where they had all three of them.
Really?
On the show together. Yeah.
Also, Blue's a girl. Blue's a girl, and Magenta's a boy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Just smashing those gender
right? Yeah, screw gender roles. But yeah, I didn't realize Blue was a girl. Like, it just never occurred to me. I think
I did know that as a kid.
I never even thought about Blue's gender until someone pointed out. Like, I'm like, I guess I just always assumed. But yeah, that was
like, it's a dog.
Yeah, it's a dog. Like, I don't give a damn what it is. Speaking of which, my dog isn't here with me. It's weird not having her in the room.
Weird. Aw.
But yeah. So what else? I remember watching Animaniacs, DuckTales, like all the Warner Brothers channel, like the Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. That's what I watched a lot of growing up because we didn't have cable for a while.
Yeah, we had like every Looney Tunes.
Oh, I love CD. Looney Tunes. Oh my god,
every Looney Tunes. Like I think it was a certain era of Looney Tunes because I don't think it was like, it wasn't like the really old stuff, but there definitely was some like real sketchy shit on there.
I remember watching like I think it was like Boomerang or something, because Boomerang was another channel we got. If we get like configure the rabbit ears well enough, we could get like the Boomerang channel. So I remember watching like Flintstones and Jetsons and the Smurfs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo, oh my god. Reggie.
Oh yeah, Reggie.
Over here.
Like Scoob.
like Scoob. There's a monster behind this door.
Jinkies.
Oh man, I love Scooby-Doo is iconic, man. Like Scooby-Doo is great.
Mom,
hi.
My mom came. Hi. My mom just comes into my room.
Oh my god.
This time I was actually right. Someone did open my door.
At least you were wearing pants. Oh yeah, I remember because you always used to get up. I might not be.
I am. I'm wearing pants.
Oh no. Oh no, you're not. Not high enough. I'm wearing pants. They're just around my knees. Get that ankle walker. That's like whenever you get out of the porta potty. Oh my god. So I remember when I was working on a job site, someone was throwing firecrackers into like the little vents above the porta potties and letting them blow up while people were taking a dump in there. And I remember a foreman bust out the door. He's got like his chest is all black, and I guess it landed like in his shirt. Like it boomed. He was like, "Who the fuck threw that?" He was like losing his mind. He laughed. I mean, he was laughing, but he was like,
"Oh my
so
god,
funny."
That's like, fucking crazy.
It was like right after 4th of July. We just had like extra like leftover fireworks, and everyone was like shooting bottle rockets at like the excavator, see if we could get them in like the crack of the window when the excavator was going and stuff like that. Yeah, OSHA would be proud.
What's the TikTok song? In a world of OSHA violations.
Oh yeah. You can't work on a job site and not violate OSHA every once in a while.
My word.
It's too hard because sometimes it's just easier to not do it the right way.
You know, you're not wrong. Oh man.
It's so weird because like most of my adult career, actually literally half of my adult career, I guess, because I don't consider prior to 20 years old your adult career because you're just working a part-time job most of the time. But half of my adult career was a driver. I was a truck driver in the military, and their motto was just get it the fuck done. Like they don't care how you do it. It's as long as it gets done. I've seen Humvees drive into the lot with 3 tires. Like,
oh my word.
Nobody cares how you do it as long as it gets there. Like I remember someone called, they were like, the tire's locked up in the back, I don't know what's wrong, and I'm like, oh yeah, the axle probably snapped or some shit like that, or the CV axle or whatever. And it did. And the tire fell off. And they still drove it all the way the fuck back because it's all-wheel drive.
Oh my god.
So you just hear fucking crazy. As like, did you see this like giant scrape going down the road, going like 3 miles?
Oh my word.
It's just into the motor pool. That's just like, it's so funny, like just looking at the ocean, like the sheer violations we would see, like just kind of doing whatever. But we got it back. We got it back to the motor pool. That's all that matters.
You got it back.
It's
America.
I think our motto was, if you can't truck it, fuck it. Oh yeah,
that's lovely.
So on the topic of things we got going on, because we were talking about like working out and everything, I started pickling. So I wanted to show this off because they're actually ready today. I have a jar of homemade pickles.
Ooh,
dill flavor. Yeah, they got the little like, oh
Let's
dude,
go.
they're so good. Oh my god. They just like,
I want to smell. I want to have one.
Here,
I want a homemade pickle.
Yeah, here you
go.
Thank you. Dude, these are so good.
Delicious. Lovely. That's awesome. That's great.
Like the cool thing is they taste like a pickle and they still got the crunch of a cucumber. So they're not like that super squishy kind that you get from like plastic.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's solid. That's great.
That was my project next week. It's a replacement for my lack of Dollar Tree purchase. Because that was pretty cheap. Okay, so on the topic of Dollar Tree purchase,
yes.
Do you have a public market near you, like where they have like farmers markets?
Yeah, there is a farmers market. I've like never been.
Oh, dude, it's unbelievable how cheap it is there. I bought like probably like 4 or 5 big, like baskets of pickling pickles, like the little the little gherkins, like the little gherkin.
Yeah.
And I think I spent my little gherkin. I think I spent like $12 on them, and I was able to get like 2 full jars plus some. I still have like slices I haven't even done anything with. I was gonna make sweet and spicy.
Yeah. Ooh.
But yeah, like I couldn't believe how much I got. And then like the market, all the vegetables are so much fresher. So like we got onions, and the onions stay good longer. Like they have spices. Awesome. I have all whole spices, and the whole spices are so cheap there. So like it's so nice. Like if you ever get a chance, and especially because you said you were about to move into an apartment soon.
Probably soon. Yeah.
If you're looking to cheap out on vegetables, like farmers market, man. I've never seen them cheaper.
Yeah.
And they're fresher. Like they'll last a lot longer. Yeah. Especially if you're cooking for yourself. Like, you sometimes you gotta like find things that'll last a little bit longer. That's why I smoke all the meat that I buy, because the smoked meat lasts a little longer.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I'm a big spaghetti guy.
Well, you're a swimmer. You need to like have those fast carbs.
Yeah. Oh my word. So yeah, when I was living on my own, for the first part of COVID, I was in like a house with some friends, and I ate spaghetti like fucking 2 months straight.
Yo,
like no cap, like 2 months straight of fucking spaghetti and meat sauce. And
it's like
I was perfectly content with myself.
It's like a requirement when you're living on your own to have at least 4 or 5 boxes of pasta and at least 2 or 3 jars of pasta sauce of some kind.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Like almost every market has a sale where they're like under $1 for each, so you could go to the market buy like 3 or 4 days worth of food for like $10, as long as you're willing to eat spaghetti every day, which I am.
And I've done it. Originally, I was like baked chicken and like barbecue sauce.
Ooh,
like,
yeah,
so pulled chicken, like so fucking good. But I got too lazy, and so I just made spaghetti all the time.
How cheap is chicken near you?
Not bad. It's not. It's
like
cheaper
ballpark.
Than. Oh, I don't even
like
fucking know. I haven't been shopping in like a while, so.
Cause like I talked about this last week, and I'm curious because Eric was telling me the price of like per pound of chicken near him, and the price of chicken near me is like, you could buy like 5 pounds of drumsticks, and they're 69 cents a pound.
Wow, that's cheap.
Like I can't.
That's cheap. Like, I was gonna say it was probably like you can get like a family pack of chicken breasts for probably $10.
Go for so not life hack. It's just something that like most people overlook.
Yeah.
Boneless, skinless chicken thighs are cheaper because they're like less uniform meat. They don't look as pretty.
Yeah.
But they're like $2 cheaper a pound. Like I think my boneless, skinless chicken breasts were like $1.89 a pound last time I bought them, or not the chicken breasts, the chicken thighs, and like chicken breasts because they look uniform. They look good. They look really nice. They're like $2.69, $2.99 a pound depending. So you're saving like $1 per pound. So like you can. I always buy them in bulk and bake them with like something, or I smoke them. More times than not, I don't smoke them because I'm lazy.
Yeah. And
I just finally got a working sink after a month, so now I feel more.
Yay!
Exactly. So
you can now wash things. Woo!
You know, okay, I was washing things out of a tote, and you know how bad that is for your mental health to have to just have that one little thing in your life just not work for you. Like I didn't realize how much that would drive me crazy. I'm like, oh, the sink doesn't work. That's fine. I'll just use less dishes and everything. It disrupts everything in the house. My house looked like shit for like 2 weeks because I just couldn't bring myself to do anything because I didn't have access to a sink.
Yeah. Oh my word.
It was just insane. Like it was just driving me nuts. I said, oh yeah.
Oh man. I believe it. I believe it. It's like for me it's laundry. It's like I hate doing laundry. But it's like it's one of those very painful, penalizing things.
Yeah, it really is.
If you don't do your laundry on a consistent basis, then that one day you decide to do it is gonna be all day. You're just doing your laundry.
Oh, do you ever get the laundry where like it's like just humid enough out that if you've been sweating in a shirt all day and you go to take it off and you try to put it on the next day, it's still wet?
Oh,
like
I'm not that sweaty of a boy.
Oh no, I work outside all day, like you know, like I'm in the beating sun. I'm always getting like everything and blah blah blah. That's why I'm wearing a tank top, my Coffee Then Conquer tank top. It's a ladies' tank top, but man, this thing is comfortable as fuck. My nipples keep popping out, but still.
Whatever, free the nipple.
Yeah, free the nipple. My nipples are decorations now.
Ooh, yeah, I love it. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I gotta get
briefly.
More briefly. Yeah, because I think I said it like once.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. What I was gonna say. So have you been using Epic Game Store lately? Do you like buy? Do you like not buy, but do you like go on and pick up the 2 free games a week?
I don't.
You really need to, dude.
I really need to. I just don't like. I'm literally the worst.
y'all missed out on like a really, really fun game. Like, did you like RTS games? I don't know if I've like ever seen you play one. Like real-time strategy, you know, like where you like manage stuff. Oh, you don't like them? Anyway, so I found one called the Off-World Trading Company, and Lizzie's cousin wanted to play with me. So I was like, yeah, I've been wanting to play an RTS for a while. So I sat down and played it. It's so fun, like so fun. I've had a blast, and it's like super pokes fun at capitalism, which is hilarious.
I love that. That's
hilarious. But it was super cool, and I was playing it, and I was like, "This is awesome! Everyone else should get it." I looked it up; it's $40, so I got a $40 game for free, and it's so fun. So like that's why like I always recommend, because like you never know what you're gonna find, and it doesn't cost you any more than like 5 minutes a day to just hop on. Buy them. You don't even need to download them. They're just in your library. And this week, there's actually 2 free games. One game I'm specifically looking at because it looks cool. It's called A Plague Tale: Innocence.
Okay.
And I don't know much about it, but I was looking at it, and it looks like it's like an action, horror, adventure kind of game.
Okay.
And hang on, I'm looking at it. It says action adventure. Yeah, follow the hang on. Gotta get my announcement.
I'm ready.
A Plague Tale: Innocence. Follow the grim tale of young Amicia and her little brother Hugo in a heart-rending journey through the darkest hours of history. Hunted by Inquisition soldiers and surrounded by unstoppable swarms of rats, Amicia and Hugo will come to know and trust each other as they struggle to survive against overwhelming odds. They will fight to find purpose in this brutal, unforgiving world. Looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
That was well done. I appreciated that.
I'm like,
that was well done.
I'm like really excited. It's free right now, so
okay.
For when this episode drops, it'll be on Monday. It'll be free until the Thursday following this episode's drop, which will be, what day is that? From the 9th to the 12th. So the July 12th, 2021 is when this game will stop being free. And you never know, it might be a really good game, and I might play with you if you guys want to play it.
Yes.
I think it's like multiplayer game. So yeah.
Okay.
Like, pick up these free games because you never know.
I gotta do that. I know. I'm so bad about it. I don't know. I'm bad about things like that. If I'm not thinking about it or I'm not like hyper focused on it, it's hard to like.
Yeah, I've been thinking
hard to like remember. Oh yeah, and this is this other thing I should do. I don't know.
I guess feedback from someone who's, because like me and Eric have bounced this back and forth about everyoneing in the online deals thing, so more people see it. Because I know a lot of people look at the Discord because people found the D&D's sessions, like random ass people like jumped into the D&D sessions, so people are looking at these things. So
I'm so happy for you for that. That sounds like it's been going really well.
Yo, I've been having a blast with the D&D thing, and you know what? Now I think we have a consistent group, and like we have one spot open, but that's fine. We can get everyone up to speed. But I'm thinking about starting to put a little bit of continuity in the sessions.
Yeah.
For the people that keep coming back, because it's been a lot of fun. I think everyone has fun. Last week, we went to like midnight. It went late. Wow, it went really late.
Yeah, that's fun.
So
that's good.
So yeah, it's been a blast. Been really enjoying it, and I highly recommend to anyone who's interested in D&D. People pop in like you know Rockstar, right?
Yeah.
Rockstar, he won't play, but he loves to pop in and just listen and like talk to us while we're playing, which is super fun. Like, and you don't need any visuals. So like, if you just want to like listen to us, you don't need to watch us do anything. There's no visuals, so it's like it's super cool to be able to just like kind of zone out and play this game. And by the time Friday comes around and we're ready to do a session, I've already written the entire campaign for that day. So I can kind of turn off my brain and just kind of go through the motions. It's just really fun. It's like not super competitive and stuff like that. It's just a nice way to turn the brain off, you know?
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I think, I've never, I think I enjoy the story of D&Ds. Like I like stories and stuff like that. When it gets into the nitty gritty of like gameplay and like tactics and like that,
a lot of people get turned off by that.
Yeah, it tends to lose me a little bit. Which seemed like, and I think D&D is so popular because it can play around with how much you incorporate what.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff I choose not to incorporate because I'm like that's tedious. Like we were here to have fun. Like if I was like streaming it, I might be a little bit more serious. But that's the reason why I didn't like record it or stream it because I want everyone to just have fun. Like it's the one day after everyone's done with their bullshit, because a lot of people work Monday through Friday, so like Saturdays and Sundays are their days off, so Friday night is like their relaxation day. So setting it up at 7 o'clock, people have time to eat dinner and whatnot, and then they can just jump in and play. Like it's relaxing. Awesome. Like we can all mess around. Like we had one guy win a Battle of the Bands kind of thing against a dragon using a bagpipe playing Freebird. Like it was
so perfect.
So like it's just one of those things. I love that kind of stuff. Like even if it's maybe not be like in the rules, like they're like, hey, can I try to convince this dragon to like go up against me in a music competition? I'm like, yeah, dude, do it. I don't care.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Oh, that's funny. That's
funny. So yeah, I've had a good time with it so far, and so while I'm still thinking about it, before I close out this tab, Rebel Galaxy is an RPG open world game coming out next week for free on Epic Game Store. It's a single player, but it's an open world. I'm hoping there's not a whole lot of information here, unfortunately, but it looks like space dogfighting.
Oh,
like
that's fun.
So it's really cool. Like, okay, let me
All right.
Rebel Galaxy is a game of action-packed combat, exploration, discovery, trade, and negotiation. With the outlandish denizens at the edge of the known universe. You'll battle pirates, explore anomalies, befriend aliens, scavenge battle wreckage, mine asteroids, and discover artifacts. Choose your path as a roguish do-gooder, crafty space trader, or power-hungry privateer. In this swashbuckling space event, you're a space pirate.
Gotcha.
It's so cool. Like that sounds amazing.
That's great.
I can't wait to get that.
You're like the guy from The Martian, a space pirate.
Oh, oh my god! All I can think about is you ever you don't watch anime, do you?
I have watched some anime, but I do not, I'm not like super well versed in it. So I had a time where I watched some anime. I've watched all of Death Note. I watched a lot of a lot of My Hero Academia. A lot of what's the other one? Full Metal Alchemist.
That's such a good one.
Yeah.
I'll still preach that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the best.
Yeah. And I was watching just the regular Full Metal Alchemist, and so I hadn't watched Brotherhood, so I watched like a few episodes of Brotherhood, but I go through phases of watching
same.
Things. So I'm like, I'll binge for like 5 days and then I'll not watch anything for 4 months. Like it's just that's what it is. So
I think the last thing I binged was that one on Hulu that just came out, Demon Slayer. That like super popular one with the boar head and all that stuff.
Yeah, isn't that the super gory one too? And
it's super gory. Episode 1 is like my jaw dropped.
I watched that first episode and I was like, this is not for me. Like,
I liked it.
It's so like, and totally fair, like, and that's super like,
yeah,
go for it if that's what you're into. But I felt sick. I was like, this is not what I'm like. I
feel that
beautiful, in its own way, right? The animation, the fact that they can invoke such a like disgusting emotion from you, like is something to be is a positive like trait, I guess, a storytelling trait. But it was not the emotion I wanted to be evoked. So I was like, I'm good.
That's why I love nothing more than to be a voice actor. I want to be a part of that like animation world. I think that's just such a cool thing. Like, like being like, I am this character. Like, this is how you know me. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, if you could sell a role that well, where people like associate your face or your voice with a cartoon character. Like, you've done a great job. Like, that's what I'd love to do. Like, being in front of the camera is great and all, but being recognized for my voice is even better. Yeah.
No, that would be pretty damn cool. Like, that would be great.
People are, like, begging me to, like, voice one of the characters in Skyrim. They were like, you need to do this voice. And I'm like, I've never practiced that voice. I will try, but I've never practiced that voice. Yeah. So I might give it a shot. It's Shigarath, he's supposed to be the mad god.
Oh, okay.
And everyone's like, you should do it. You should do it. You'd be the perfect voice for it. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. So like I tried it a couple times. I gotta find my groove with it because it doesn't. It's like a weird wavelength that doesn't quite match my normal tone. Yeah,
no, that's fair. Yeah, it's doing impressions is always really interesting because you have to like, it's all about warping your own voice to try and get to the right place, and then you also have to hit that cadence right on. So like the way of talking and the way that they talk. So no, it's a challenge for sure. Like,
you ever
especially
just like
copying voices.
Yo, did you ever just like accidentally stumble into a voice too?
Oh yeah.
Like it's so. Oh yeah, I've totally stumbled into voices.
I've stumbled into a few voices.
So I was in the car with my sister. I was picking her up from her cause she goes to the recreation center every day during the summer, so she can play with her friends and whatnot. So I was picking her up from that, and I can't remember what was playing. I think it was like I Need a Hero or something like that, and I started singing it. Oh no, it was. Oh, I can't remember. It was something like with a really high pitched voice.
Yeah,
and I started singing in that high-pitched voice and committed to it, and I was like, holy shit, I found a new pitch that I didn't know I could hit.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's fun. I cannot hit anything above like a middle C. It's really sad.
I can't do it with my normal voice. I have to do it in a voice to hit that voice. But it's still it was still entertaining to know that I could hit that squeaky cartoony-ish voice.
That kind of shit. But yeah.
And it all came from doing the Stitch voice in a squeakier way. Like there, Ohana Moon's family. And
Ohana Moon's family.
Yeah, and then hitting the higher, going higher with it. Like I was like, holy crap! I actually hit a voice I didn't know I had.
Oh my Lord, that's
so that was really cool. And the nice thing is, it wasn't too straining on the vocal cord, so it's something I can do pretty consistently.
Yeah, that's super fun. That's super fun.
And then in my journey of doing all these voices, I've realized one thing: Stitch is just a higher pitched and less breathy version of Gollum from Lord of the Rings. It's the same exact voice, just breathier for Gollum.
Wow.
Yeah. As I was doing it, I'm like, they'll start talking like this, and then they'll get really more breathier. Those rants, the brushes. And then you're just like, oh my god, it's like they're so similar.
Wow. That is.
I hit a moment, and I was like, oh, holy shit. That's.
Oh, I love those little relations of voices.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's like, do you know who Jim Cummings is? You probably don't know a whole lot of voice actors. He's the guy that does Scar from Lion King.
Okay.
He does Pete the Cat from, Disney. Pete the Cat, the big fat cat that always hangs out with Goofy. The big guy,
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's Jim Cummings. And Winnie the Pooh is Jim Cummings.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Winnie
and
the Pooh.
just so when I finally figured that out, I figured it out a while ago. I found out a while ago, but now when you hear Winnie the Pooh's voice, you can hear Scar's voice too, just at a different in a different way. Jim Cummings is probably one of, if not the best voice actor on the planet. And that's why Disney has
He's right next to what is his name? He voiced all of the Cartoon Network characters.
Tom Kenny, the guy that did SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's Jake in Adventure Time.
Yeah. And he did Ice King? Is he Ice King?
Oh no, sorry, no, yeah, he is Ice King. Jake is he plays Bender. Jake and Bender from Futurama are the same voice actor. And it sounds like a old baseball player, and I always get the two confused. And I don't know.
I'm out of my depth, but
he's such a good voice actor too. He's he plays the Scotsman in Samurai Jack, which I'm sure that's a really obscure reference that you might not know. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff too. I love the voice acting community. They're so cool, and it's such a fun little community. And I like what's his face, and I can never remember, and I can't remember his name. I'm drawing blanks because I'm put on the spot now. The guy who plays Yakko also plays Pinky from Animaniacs. Yeah.
Wild.
Hi, Brain.
Wild.
Yeah, it's.
I liked the one girl. She's more recent. But she played Mabel in Gravity Falls.
Oh, I have an autograph from her.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Wait, show. Oh, wait, no, my God. Mind.
Not who I was thinking of.
Oh, never mind. But who's the autograph from?
It's from Carrie Walgren. She plays if you ever watched
okay.
Rick and Morty, she plays Summer.
Oh, gotcha. That's
and
fun.
She also plays Fu from Samurai Champloo. She plays a bunch of other characters that you guys probably don't know, but she plays a lot of cool characters. And I met her in person. I also played the guy that Kimberly from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
The guy with the two tattoos on his hand. I met him. I met that voice actor. He also plays the Tokyo Ghoul main character.
Oh.
Or not the Tokyo Ghoul main character, the main villain from My Hero Academia, the dude with the hand on his face.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's him. I can't. Oh man,
so
I'm
cool.
drawing a blank on his name, but I got to meet him. He's super cool.
Is he the voice in subbed or in the
dubbed,
original dubbed?
In the dubbed,
okay,
in English, in the English dubbing. But he also plays Trunks from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Which is it's just like where I knew.
You want to know something? I've never seen Dragon Ball Z.
You know what? I had an idea of a episode or a video that I wanted to do, and I wanted to find someone like you to do this with me. Yeah. Watch Dragon Ball Evolution as someone who's never watched Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, because it's such a slap in the face to people who have watched Dragon Ball. So like I want to see like a moviegoer's perspective, just watching the movie. Like
yeah.
So
I'm so like bad at critiquing movies, but I would give it a shot. Why not? Right? I'd be like, I don't know. Like, it was good. It's probably.
Well, have you seen? Did you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon?
I did. I've watched that multiple times.
Oh, I love that movie. I love that show. It's such a good show.
Solid show.
Sokka is the best. I identify on a very like spiritual level with Sokka.
Really?
Yeah, I love Sokka.
That's great. I'm more of the Zuko.
I knew you were gonna say Zuko.
Yeah. Because I get the for me it's like the perfectionist tendencies.
Yeah,
he really plays very strongly into the kind of I have to achieve,
like proving yourself kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so like his whole struggle with that is like just a beautiful arc.
You know who I really wanted to wish I could identify more with was Toph. I fucking love Toph.
Yeah.
Toph is like one of my favorite characters in that whole show. She's so badass, and she just like she's like decides to bend metal one day. Like
she goes, I'm a metal bender now. And she's like, I feel the earth in metal. So fuck you. Like,
she was just oh my god, she's such a great character. Like all the characters are great. But the reason why I bring that up is, have you seen the M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Last Airbender, the live action?
No.
It's horrible.
I've heard that.
But the way people reacted to The Last Airbender, having watched the cartoon, is the same way people react to Dragon Ball Evolution, who have watched the Dragon Ball movie, watched the Dragon Ball series. So that's why I bring it up, because like that would be like a good direct comparison. So like I'd be interested to see how people react. And M. Night Shyamalan is just a bad director. I don't think he's ever created anything I've liked personally. Yeah. Except for I didn't like Signs either. I really didn't either. It was pretentious. That's the problem with M. Night Shyamalan too, is that he feels pretentious in his movies. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The kind of like, I don't know.
Like there's a deeper meaning to everything.
Yeah. And not just like letting the movie be a movie. Yeah. And having like some sort of like, it's okay for movies to have themes.
Yeah, and like undertones. It has an
agenda. Like that's I think is that what you're hitting at, is there's kind of like this sort of agenda to it, or more
The problem is, like, a movie with an agenda, a movie with like an undertone, a movie with a theme. Those are great if they're subtle.
Yeah.
But M. Night Shyamalan tries to make it subtle by punching you in the face. That's the best way to describe like how M. Night Shyamalan tries to put his like undertone in. He's like, there's a deep-seated religious undertone in Signs, but the main character is a preacher, so no fucking shit. It's
like he doesn't do a good job of like showing you, not telling you.
Yes.
Right? It's
I love the show Don't Tell.
Yeah. So it's like if it was a preacher and there was just, that was kind of it or whatever, but
to have the aliens be weak to water that was in a preacher's house. Like, how motherfucking obvious can you get? Like, I don't know. He doesn't do a good job with subtlety, and I think he thinks he does a good job with subtlety. Yeah. It's like seeing a cat. Self-aware. It's like seeing a cat jump up on a counter and think that they're being sneaky about stealing the food off the counter. You're just like, I can see you, dude. Like...
we get it. We're not as dumb as you think.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so it is kind of a riot watching Lady in the Water, because it's like so bad it's funny good, like kind of thing.
Word.
Like,
I haven't seen that one, so
it's not worth the watch. But if you ever happen to
laugh,
it's a decent laugh if you have a chance to watch it. It's hard to sit through though. I don't think I was able to sit through the whole thing in one setting. I had to like break it up because it's kind of hard to watch, I'll be honest.
My little brother and I, we tried to watch like the it wasn't a documentary. It was more like it was Behind the Room, essentially.
What Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah. So it was like the like story of how the room was made, but but it was done in like a kind of not as like, this, interviewing people and having them talk. It was more like, it was like a story. It was like a biography.
Was it that movie with James Franco?
I can't remember.
It wasn't Tommy Wiseau wasn't in it though, was he? Someone else was playing him.
I think someone else was playing him. I want to say.
I can't. There's a movie that James Franco himself wrote.
Yeah.
Like parodying like the time leading up to.
Yes.
The production of The Room.
I think that was the movie.
That's so funny. I love it.
And so we watched it. And I got through about 30 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And I was so wildly uncomfortable.
Yeah, seriously. Like, do you ever just get the weird?
And I have a thing. So I have a thing. I can't watch The Office, because The Office makes me feel like I can't do this. This is like way too uncomfortable for me. And so I like physically leave the room. Like I like legit can't watch it. And I this movie had me doing that so fast.
That's kind of how I feel about like Will Ferrell movies. Like, the uncomforting stupidity in it. Like, I get it, it's a joke. It's supposed to be funny. You're supposed to laugh at the stupidity. It makes me uncomfortable.
I am with you. I'm with you, dude.
The last one I watched was Talladega Nights. That was the last Will Ferrell movie I willingly watched and was just like, no. I can't sit through another Will Ferrell flick because they're so they're trying too hard to come off as like the dumbest human beings on the planet.
Yeah. Yep. It's like the nth extent of the dumb character, and you're like, this isn't funny. It just makes me feel uncomfortable.
And you know how like Adam Sandler kind of like
same thing.
Like kind of like rode that line. He didn't go too far, but sometimes he did. Will Ferrell is like just like he doesn't even skirt the line. He is way past that line. He had crossed the line into like.
some of the Rock's stuff, early stuff. Like
Like
you know,
Tooth
like
Fairy?
Tooth Fairy.
Yeah. Immediately knew what you were talking about. The Tooth Fairy.
Game Plan too was like actually Game Plan was all right, but like
I don't remember the game plan.
basically he finds out he's a football player and he finds out he has a daughter. Like
Yeah.
And I watched that one a few times, but it's still kind of same energy, like the weird, awkward humor. And his daughter's a ballerina, and so he like ends up dancing like a ballerina at the end of it, and it's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, so it's definitely, and he falls in love with the ballet teacher, and it's cliche as fuck. It's weird.
You know what makes okay? So I was like offended by this because did you grow up watching wrestling by any chance?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I grew up watching wrestling like back when The Rock was like super active. It was like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ric Flair, stuff like that, and they had like general subplots and stuff like that. Some of the plots, like some of the storylines for these new like wrestlers make me really uncomfortable. And my brother and sister watch this, and I'm like, how is my mom okay with them watching this? I'm like, how
really? It's bad.
It's like
I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. Like,
it's like cringy, like they were like some dude dressed up as a baby and like he was drinking out of a bottle that had cyanide in it, so he started foaming at the mouth, and like they were laughing at him and shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is not wrestling. This is uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're struggling like, for creativity, right?
Like, why?
Oh my
like, I
God.
get you're supposed to be edgy, but The Undertaker is edgy.
Yeah.
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin, like, you know, like El Mysterio or Rey Mysterio.
It's shock value, man. It's
but
all
like
about,
everything
like,
is shock value now.
I know,
it drives me nuts.
I wish there was more normal shit.
The last time there was one thing I did enjoy that had shock value in it, and that was Invincible.
Okay.
Because if you're not into
it.
gore, you might not like it. But like the end of it's so gory. But it was one of those things where I was strangely drawn to seeing the end of this series. Like it's gory. Out of nowhere.
Is that the one about superheroes?
Yeah, he's like, what's like, 17 more? You saw the speech of the dude with the mustache. Yeah, like
17 more years.
It's so good. Like I just like, and I know it's uncomfortable for people to watch because it's super gory, but like I don't know why I took to that so well. Yeah, for the amount of shock value that's in it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I watched probably the shitty version of that, which was The Boys.
Oh, I hated The Boys. The Boys was like,
I absolutely hated it. It was so bad.
Oh,
it was just wrong. Like there was just so stuff in there that I was like,
there's just they went too far. Like the first 5 minutes where the dude runs through his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like why? Why is that okay? To like
Yeah,
like,
no,
come on. And it doesn't let up from there.
No, it gets worse.
Yeah.
It gets way worse. Like, I don't want to mention it on here.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is going to take it down.
But, like,
it's that bad. But, like, it was bad, dude.
But, like, with Invincible, like, the gore and the shock value, it felt like it had meaning. Like, you were, like, either it had meaning or it had meaning and they didn't tell you the meaning. Like there was like a whole part at the end of the first episode where there's no words exchanged. It's super gory and you just have to kind of like in your mind just like, why is the fuck is this happening? Like what, like your mind is a whirlwind. You don't even have enough time to register the gore because it's just happening. Like
gotcha.
It's
I gotta watch that then. I think I think it worth a shot, right?
Yeah, mind you, it is super gory at towards like the end of the first episode, and then like almost every episode on. But it's cartoon. It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon. Yeah, I feel like I could. Well, I guess that anime was.
Too, so. But like,
I don't know. But
the plot in and of
sometimes. But
yeah. I mean, like the plot in and of itself was enough to pull me in. I watched the entire series in one night. I was like that interested. I wasted 6 hours of my life watching all 6 episodes.
Wow.
So,
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, worth a check out if you ever get the chance. I know it's like probably not up your alley, but
yeah,
if you're interested in like maybe giving it a shot, it's there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I might watch it just for the memes.
Yeah, right. You can see the end part, like the whole speech and everything.
Yeah.
That showed like, oh man, I was at the edge of my seat for a couple of those parts because you just didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah, and
like I think it plays with your expectations.
Yeah, and I see like more. It's becoming more common. Like, and I know, especially with like the DC universe, like where like I keep seeing these like adult Batman whatever things, and like these adult like where it's like a little more graphic and it's like rated R, and it's like, and so I'm wondering if that's more going to be a trend of a lot of this stuff is that superhero stuff maturing with audiences.
I think a lot of it is like Superman's always been like this perfect superhero, like he is like the iconic, like nobody could beat Superman. You always see like the Goku versus Superman, or like Homelander versus Superman, or whatever versus Superman. Like nobody can beat Superman. He's perfect. Yeah. I kind of like the new Suicide Squad game that came out because it basically plays on the idea that like not everything is what it seems. Superman's a fucking asshole in that game. Yeah. Like you have to kill him. Like
that's
like So like I love the idea that they're exploring this like almost like two-faced side of heroes. Where not everything is all like righteous and right with superheroes, and that's like that's cool because like like it plays into human nature. Like if you have all this power, you're probably gonna end up abusing it at some point. Like if you could literally like crush the earth in your hands, probably gonna end up becoming an asshole at some point.
No, I think, I get that. I think that there's good and bad ways to do it though.
Yeah, I think they've made it a little like I think the boys made it a little too like punch in your face, but like they were like in your face about it.
Yeah, and then then you had a whole like I don't know, just it was like not done well.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think if you play with some sort of duality of it or some sort of like
that's what Invincible does.
Yeah.
There's like this like duality in the whole series.
Give me one sec. What's up?
I'm leaving to go up north. So
okay. I'm in the middle of something.
Uh-oh.
I'll call you. Okay.
All right. So yeah, but like, and I think that's really cool that they're like kind of exploring that. Also, I think it has a lot to do with like the underdog mentality. Everyone loves an underdog story.
Yeah.
And if you're fighting someone who's basically a god like Superman, like everything's an underdog story. So I think that's why they put the Suicide Squad up against Superman.
Yeah.
So like everyone likes an underdog story.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I'm is that Suicide Squad? Is that the new one that's coming out soon? Or
it was in the trailer. The trailer was literally just them facing down Superman, who had literally just killed a guy. Like,
wow,
that was in the trailer.
Yeah. Wow, that's fun. Interesting
perspective that they're going for with this whole like superhero universe, especially DC, because DC's not owned by Disney yet, so they can be a little edgy.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's interesting. I think I heard the first Suicide Squad wasn't like crazy.
Oh, the movies were garbage.
Like I thought
I wasn't
I
a huge
heard it was like bad. So I don't know, but maybe this next one will be good. Who knows?
It needed more jokes.
DC has not had any much redeeming qualities with this thing. Like a lot of its stuff is just not good.
Yeah, ever since Marvel got picked up by Disney, Marvel kind of like leaps and bounds, like just kind of jumped ahead of DC.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen a single like DC show that's like, or movie that like I'm like, this is amazing.
What was the most recent DC movie to come out? Was it Wonder Woman?
No, there was something after Wonder Woman. There was Aquaman came out.
Oh yeah, I always forget Aquaman is DC. Teen Titans, they
then-
need to make a live action Teen Titans because like that cartoon slapped when I was a kid.
Yes,
Like,
for real. That's a great show, and they didn't finish it. You know that?
Yeah, I
Teen
know, it
Titans
pissed me
never
off.
ended. Oh my God.
Slade was still like in Robin's mind, and
Yeah.
like there was still like bad guys at large, like the anti-Teen Titans with like Jinx and all them were still at large. Like,
Yeah.
it was like so wholly unexplored, and they jumped to Teen Titans Go, which is just this weird episodic thing.
Yeah, where there's not. It's bad.
Yeah. The problem is, I think TV shows think that kids can't handle like plot, like continuity.
Yeah.
I think that they think that kids want to see episodic stuff. But look at Avatar. Avatar did great, and that was continuity.
Yeah,
like that had continuity in it.
I think the deal is that kids aren't as reliable of viewers as adult might be, where an adult is like, oh, it comes out every Wednesday afternoon at whatever, where on a kid's is just gonna be, it's 9 a.m. whatever's on, they're watching it. Like,
Yeah, I think
and so they want to give it as like these bite-sized chunks. But I agree with you. I think that there needs to be, I think that it's almost lost. Like I don't know. I don't know why I don't watch Marry Many Kids stuff, but
I guess a counter argument to that would be streaming services. Like, you don't have to be at a certain time to do certain things. Like, kids will sit in front of their iPods all day, and like if you're watching episodic stuff, they can tune in for an episode or two. There's no need to binge it because you can stop anywhere and pick right back up anywhere. Like when you're watching something that's like has like continuity to it, you want to see the next episode. You want to watch more of it. Like, you know, you want to know what happens next, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I think at this point continuity is going to run strong. I'm just hoping that eventually that catches on.
Yep. No, I agree. I think, I mean, and with streaming services, like it's much easier to kind of have that continuity, that kind of thing. You can just watch it whenever and it's there, and you know, that kind of stuff. So like the new Star Wars what is it? The Bad Boys, the what is it? The fucking
the Stormtrooper thing?
Yeah, the Stormtrooper one. It's like a continuation on the Clone Wars. The Bad Batch. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, I think I've vaguely heard that about that.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. I haven't.
I'm so
I
sick
watched
of Star
like
Wars.
the first. Yeah, I like Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars nerd. I enjoy it. It's got a big nostalgia for me, and it's, you know, I will not stand by the sequels though. The new Star Wars bullshit that they've put out.
Like 7 and on.
Like 7 and on, like 7, 8, and 9 are absolute dog shit, and they ruined all these character arcs from all the other Star Wars things, and it's terrible. it's
so
bad.
It's funny that you say that, because like kind of like a little like thing, like me and Zombie are at a very huge age gap. Like, not a huge age gap, but there's like a 7-year difference between him and I. Yeah. So like, and it's so funny because I remember when I was like 8 or 9 when the Phantom Menace came out, and up at that point, like my parents had exposed me to 4, 5, and 6, like the originals and stuff like that, and everybody kept saying 1, 2, and 3 ruined the series. And then hearing you say that 7, 8, and 9 ruined the series, I think it's just going to be a progressive thing where kids that grew up with 7, 8, and 9 are going to love it. And they're going to hate, 10, 11, 12. So I think it's just always going to be that. I think it's always going to kind of build on that. And I think we may have lost Zombie.
Oh no. Hello.
Oh no, you're there. Oh, you're
my fucking, what the fuck?
Yeah, don't worry about it. All right. We're actually at right about the end anyway.
Okay.
We've been going a decent amount of time. We talked a little bit about movies, a little bit about mental health. Zombie, you still there?
I am still here. I'm here,
All right.
and fucking behind a screen. Now you guys know what I use to record my shit. So
yeah,
lovely,
right. Yeah. All right. So with that, Zombie, do you have anything you want to shout out that's going on in your life? Is there anything that you want to plug at this point in time?
You know, you guys, you can catch me on stream. You can join my Discord. You know, I'm around, but I wanna thank you guys for coming to Half Past Broke, for getting to this point in the episode. I support my man Differus and my man Eric, and I just think this has been a pleasure to be a part of this. So so thank you, viewer, for watching this, and because this is the best way to support me and the people who I think are going to be successful, which is Differus and Eric. So yeah.
Link in the description for Zombie. Go make sure to go like, follow, comment, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends. He is a great musician.
Aw, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
And for me, like y'all know the same song and dance. I stream on Thursdays, I stream on Fridays, sometimes I stream on Saturdays. I'm usually all over the place. I try to post on Twitter a little bit more. I do this every Thursday, and it usually gets posted every Monday. So, and you're probably listening to it on Monday. But yeah. So yeah, links in the description for all of us. I actually just started streaming in the morning and afternoon on Thursdays and possibly Fridays, so check me out there. And with that, I think we've covered everything we were gonna talk about today, and you know, with minor technical difficulties, I think that kind of signifies the end. So
yeah. Yeah.
All right,
we'll
guys.
Oh shit.
All right. Oh no. All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping in. Have a great week, and remember, anything you think you want to do, anything you think you can do, anything you think you might not be able to do, just do it. Because you know what? At the end of the day, you're not going to regret trying something. You're going to regret not trying something. So keep that in mind for while you carry about your week, guys. And I will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye. Awesome. Cool. I'm going to hit. Okay. There we go. There you go. It was great. That was lovely. All right. I'm going to stop my recording. How the fuck do I do this again?